everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a review of the Pixi and Dulce Candy Cafe con Dulce Sweet Glow palette, and let's jump into it. Alright, so it has pretty sturdy plastic packaging, so it has a clear front. Open this up. There are 9 shades in here, and they were all kind of like a shimmery shade, but they're not like a chunky glitter or anything like that. I would just describe them as a really pretty shimmer. The top row are all these kind of champagne-y colors. I've been using these a lot for eyeshadow. I actually have one of them on my lid today, but you could also use these as a highlight. The middle row is all these really beautiful pinky colors. I haven't jumped into these ones yet, but these would be beautiful as a blush. I love Pixi blushes, so I'm sure that this is great as well. And then the last row are shades that are a little bit darker. These ones could also be used as eyeshadow, but I also think that you could get away with using some of these as a little bit of a bronzer. Of course, it's going to be a shimmery bronzer, so it depends if you like a shimmery bronzer or a matte one, but all of these shades are so beautiful. They swatch amazing, and for being drugstore, honestly, I am blown away by the Pixi palettes. This one and then the one from last year, the Pixi and It's Judy Time, It's Eye Time palette, are hands down some of the best palettes I've ever used. And it's just crazy because they sell them like they're drugstore. I guess you would consider them drugstore, like they're sold at Target and Pixi online. But I absolutely love them. So that's why I just had to jump on here and let you guys know about it today. And I will be doing swatches in a minute because that's probably what you want to see. I wouldn't say they're like overly creamy, but a lot of product transfers when you pick it up with your brush or your finger. Like I said, I like the packaging. I think there's a beautiful range of shades in this palette. It's great because it's a multi-use palette. I will say that the shadows aren't like the most creamy shadow I've ever used. Like I think some Morphe shadows are more creamy, like the metallic-y kind of shades, but these ones still, when you swatch them, you still get a significant amount of pigment, and it really transfers really well. You probably can't see it because I'm so pale, but it really transfers well, both with a brush as well as with your finger. I love this palette. The thing is, I have a lot of palettes with a lot of matte shades, but not a lot of more shimmery shades. So what I like is to take a different palette, one that has more mattes in it. A lot of times that'll be like some sort of Morphe or Urban Decay palette that I have, and I will use that for the crease. And then I'll go in with one of these shades to put this on the lid, which is actually what I did today, just for that beautiful pop. I think a palette like this is really pretty for the summer when you want that more glowy type of look, because you can use it for highlight, you can use it for your eyelids, and I've swatched all of these and I really do like the formula. Like I said, I do wish it was a little bit creamier, but for being considered a drugstore more affordable product, I still think it's pretty good. And I've really been enjoying the palette so far. So with that being said, if I was to say, should you get this palette or not, my overall review of it would be this. If you have other palettes that have matte shades in them and you're satisfied with those, buy this palette, because these are all the shimmery shades. So you're probably going to need a palette with matte colors in it to use this palette, at least in my opinion. If you don't have a lot of other palettes or shadows that are matte, I wouldn't recommend this palette as much, even though it's just absolutely beautiful, because I do feel like to do eyeshadow you need some matte colors to blend everything out. Although this palette is also great as a highlight and blush, so you may want it for those reasons, and in that case I would say get it. If I had to decide whether I wanted to buy this palette or buy the It's Eye Time palette that I previously mentioned, I think I would still choose the It's Eye Time because there was a decent range of matte shades as well as more shimmery shades, and I did think that some of those were a little bit more creamy, which I really like. But I'm really not hating on this palette whatsoever. I do really love it. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of my thoughts on it in regard to if you're trying to decide whether to buy it or not. So overall, it's a really good palette, but like I said, it really just depends what type of products you already have in your makeup drawer. That's how I would decide whether to buy it or not. So now let's get into the swatches. Alright, so that is the completed review. I tried to keep it really short since it seems like you guys want to see more short and to the point reviews. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what product you want me to review next, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.